Today, I will be surviving 7 days in Roblox GEF. This video will be a long video, so grab yourself some popcorn and let's start. So my plans for day 1 was to find some supplies to keep myself safe. I also needed to find a place to stay for the night. But I thought that I need a hammer, so I went to a small house next to it. I didn't realize there was actually a GEF in there. After killing it, I went to the base. After reaching the place, I stayed there for a few seconds, but my mind said to get a hammer, so I tried to find one. I decided to get a lantern instead because why not? After that, I went back to the base to chill out there.
2 hours later.
The sun was setting, so I had to go back to the wooden place. My eyes suddenly realized there was no entrance to the place, so I immediately started breaking the place to enter with my crowbar. Somebody put a hole in the base, so we were able to get into the place.
A few moments later.
GEFs started attacking us, so other people in the base fighted with them. I decided to join in on the fight and fought with the GEFs. After that, all the GEFs were killed and we were safe. Day 2 started. My plans for today was to find a hammer and find something to do. So I got to work. I went out to find some supplies and saw a GEF. It immediately attacked me, so I started killing it. After killing it, I got the medkit. I decided to explore the neighborhood a little more. I luckily found a hammer, so I dropped one of my items and replaced it with the hammer. I headed back to the base and had a great idea. It was to build an extra base in case of an emergency. So I started to build the base. But I had to get a lantern so that there was light in there. So I decided to go find one. After getting it, I placed it in the middle of the room. Not long after, the sun was setting, so I got back to the wooden base. Then I patiently waited for the GEFs to come.
A few moments later.
The GEFs started coming quickly after a few seconds. Some people went to fight with them. I also went to fight with them. almost bit me to times, so I had to stop fighting to use my medkit to heal myself. And then, I waited for all of the GEFs to be killed. The sun was rising again. My plans for today was to finish the extra base, upgrade the wooden base and drop the supplies I don't need and get supplies that I need. So, I immediately started building and finishing the extra base. After I finished the extra base, I went to the wooden base and started upgrading it. After finishing that, I went to more houses to find supplies. In one house, I found a soda. After a few minutes, the sun was setting. But little did I know that this time, a giant GEF would appear. I quickly went back to the base. But what I realized next was terrifying. Somebody had blocked all the entrances, and I wasn't able to squeeze into any holes at all. I thought this was the end of me. I had to find a hole to squeeze in quickly before I was killed by a GEF. My heart was beating super fast at the time. The sun was quickly going down. Now I didn't believe I was gonna make it out alive. But I had to do this, or else it would be a waste of time. But suddenly, I managed to find a hole that I could squeeze in, and finally made it into the base. After a few minutes, GEFs were attacking. I didn't even want to fight with GEFs, so I just tried protecting myself from all danger. I went into the extra base and stayed in there for a while. Then out of nowhere, 3 GEFs started attacking me. I immediately ran back to the wooden base due to how scared I was. Something was breaking the building I spent a few minutes working on. I watched as the GEFs destroyed the extra base. I kept on wandering around in the wooden base until I looked outside to see how things were going. That was until I caught this very big GEF. It had big red eyes and a terrifying smile. Somebody even got killed from this monster. It was breaking all the woods, and I knew if I didn't do something I would be dead. So I tried breaking out of this place because it was the only thing I was able to do. But there was no chance that would happen. And then, I accepted my fate and slowly waited to be eaten. But the giant GEF wasn't breaking in yet, so there was still a chance that I could survive until day 4. But the monster still didn't give up. After a few minutes, I went outside. But then, I was immediately attacked by 3 GEFs. They ignored me after a second, so I was safe. It was finally day 4 after a long time, but the GEFs were still attacking. I was at a very low health after trying to fight a GEF, so I decided to stay inside until all of them were gone. After all of them were gone, I started asking people for food, but no one gave me something, so I had to carefully sneak out to try and find food. One wrong step would lead me to death if a GEF saw me. After walking for a long time, I finally found a medkit. It wasn't food, but it'll heal me a lot. Then, I healed myself and went back to my base. I also carried a lantern with me. When I was back at the base, I was attacked by another GEF. Since I healed myself fully, I got the courage to kill it. After killing it, I went back to the base, and I built and upgraded the base because there was nothing else to do. After building for 1 minute, the sun was setting again. So as always, I went back into the base. While waiting for the GEFs to come, I just looked around the place. 2 seconds later, GEF started attacking. I wasn't planning to kill the GEFs due to how many close calls I had from death. So all I did was watch the others kill them. But then, somebody was being attacked by 4 GEFs, so I helped him kill them. After that, I chilled out in the base. That was until I was attacked by a GEF. And of course, I had to kill it. Suddenly, the GEF bit me, and I was hurt. After that, I decided to stay in the base until day 5 came. When day 5 came, it was the time I had to find food to heal myself. So, I searched the entire area trying to find it. And then, I managed to find a chocolate bar and ate it. When I arrived at the base, I just stayed there and waited for the sun to set. But then, I arrived on the roof and thought about if I would be able to survive until day 7. Or if it would just be a waste of time and I would be killed by a GEF. But I knew that giving up wasn't a choice and I had to believe in myself. And after 3 minutes, the sun was setting once again. So like all the other days, I waited for the GEFs to come. To pass time, I kept on building the roof. But a miracle happened. A bacon gave me lots of guns. I was super happy about it. He also gave me this handgun a few minutes ago. So I dropped the things I didn't need and traded it with the things I needed. After that, the bacon left and GEF started attacking. And before we continue, huge shout out to the bacon that gave me the useful weapons. I knew it was time to kill the GEFs with this amazing weapon now. I started shooting at the giant evil faces while ignoring the fact that I missed a lot of shots. Then, I continued shooting. Just like that, I managed to kill 3 GEFs that night. Day 6 is finally here, and the sun was rising. Today, I was planning to kill some GEFs with my brand new shotgun. It was because this was the last day I needed to survive. So I went off to the neighborhood to find some GEFs. First GEF killed. Second GEF killed. Third GEF killed. And that's the last GEF I killed for the day. And for the rest of the day, I built and fixed the extra base. For the last time, the sun was setting. And I went and stayed in the base for the last time. Like always, the GEFs were attacking. And since I didn't want to die on the last day, I just tried defending myself. Some GEFs targeted me and tried killing me, but I killed them because I had to. I wasn't planning to kill any GEFs and chose to keep myself safe. I watched as the others killed them for me, and GEFs continued coming. With 3 bullets left, I shot a GEF and killed him, even though I didn't want to. But somebody else killed him. One by one, the GEFs were disappearing, but there were still lots of GEFs above me. So I had to build a lot more so that the GEFs don't come in. Lots of GEFs could be seen through the whole of the base, and I got scared. The amount of GEFs were decreasing, but it was still not safe out there. Somebody had also been killed by a GEF. Me and another bacon stayed under the base until the sun arrived and the whole video would be over. But the GEFs were still destroying parts of our base. Finally, after 56 minutes of recording and tired hands, it finally reached day 7. I was super happy and the video would finally end. So if you made it to the end of this video, then you are a real Timmy Plays to fan. But most of you have probably skipped to the end of this video. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Bye guys.